on my list of jobs that are insanely cool as fuck, but I never want to learn how to do. So today's video is about how to have the perfect relationship. I have been drinking lots of whiskey, so it's just going to make more sense as we move forward. Okay, so I get all of these questions about, how do I filter out for the perfect relationship, and what's the, how do I show my standards and all this other shit, and it's like, look, relationships are a thing. But every relationship that you have in your life is based on the one most important relationship that you have. And that's the one with the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the one that you have with yourself. Alright, so relationship with yourself is the most important one. And it is the... what's the word? I'm really drunk. It is the model relationship that you use for the rest of the relationships in your life. Like in Pulp Fiction, he's like, a pilot is where they make one show. And then on the strength of that one show, they decided they want to make more shows. Your relationship with yourself is the baseline of your relationship with literally everybody else in your life, with your parents, with your romantic partners, with your whatever. So when you're talking about creating a perfect relationship, you're going to take the same trauma, you're going to take the same ideas, and you're going to take the same things that you have going on with the complications in relationships and into the rest of your relationships that you have with yourself. So if you lie to yourself, if you have insecurities about yourself, if you have things that you avoid, right? Those things, you're going to avoid those same things in your general normal relationships. Okay, so your relationship with yourself. You have to figure out what the fuck is happening with you. Here's an exercise. I decided that because I'm in a daily content challenge with David, that my videos are all named Daily Challenge number X whatever of 183. And so I figured instead of just challenging myself, I would challenge you as well. Crystal's going to challenge you too. She's my new BFF, by the way.
Hi.
What are you going to challenge my fucking YouTube audience to do?
Play pool and fucking be bomb.
Okay, that's not fair because she's already playing pool and being bum ass, so.
No wait, darts then. Just be your best self.
Be your best self, bro.
Your best absolute self.
Yeah. Okay, so what I was saying was I'm going to create a challenge that every day that you guys can follow along with, and then drop down in the comments below what you ended up doing, and we will continue to talk about it. I got group calls back with The Attractive Man on Monday nights, so click here in the link to sign up, and you guys can come in, and we can talk about all of your relationship problems in an intimate setting. But here's the challenge. Write down, and if you're not a writer, then visualize or whatever, your ideal situation. If you're like, I want to bang fucking so many chicks, if I want to have a good man with who's tall and makes a lot of money or whatever it is, right? Write down your ideal situation and make it an event. The event's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go out and then I'm going to meet this person and then they're going to respond to me this way. We're going to have this type of conversation, and then it's going to carry on to the natural, ideal, attractive, intimate relationship. And picture that event as be as emotionally involved in that event as you can. And walk through the entire process. Okay, I get up, I put my clothes on, I go out to the pier or the bar or the restaurant or the Erewhon or whatever the fuck it is. And then I lock eyes with this person. And then there's something about them. So I approach and I say, hey, I had to meet you, whatever. And then they respond this way. and then I respond this way, and the excitement builds, and there's this gradual increase of excellence. And go through the whole thing. Picture that as vividly as you can. And when you start coming up with excuses, when your trauma voice, when your child voice starts to say something like, oh yeah, but that's not really going to happen, or yeah, but she's just going to leave you anyway, or yeah, but whatever. Take note of what your trauma voice says. Take note of what it's telling you that keeps you away from your ideal goal. And write down all of the things that happen as you go through the whole scenario. Once you're done with that, then you look at all the things that your trauma voice is saying, and then you can start to deal with each one of those things individually. Your trauma voice, I guess that's what I'm calling it right now, I'm drunk, but your trauma voice is going to be the thing that is holding you back in not only your own relationship with yourself, but it's going to be in your relationships with everybody else. So in your pickup, in your dating relationships, in beginning intimate relationships and then they fail, all that stuff's going to be happening because whatever it's saying to you, you believe it to a certain extent, and then you behave as if those things were true, and then you self-sabotage. I'm inviting you to build an exercise that will allow you to see what your self-sabotage patterns are, and then you can deal with them one by one until they no longer exist.
Everything that you're saying happened.
Everything happened.
The going up in the mountains
everything in what
and
context?
getting a word from God and the Ten Commandments thing that happened. That's historically.
Well, that had to have.
Why? What do you mean it had to have?
There
Why?
was a whole group of people, generations, who went. I mean, keep in
Why
mind.
would that's magic, sir? That's magic.
Well, okay. What I'm saying is,
Have you ever seen magic in your life happen?
I think